All right, we're pulling up to the Cucamonga Guasti Regional Park here. Only 11 minutes from my house, and I've never fished here. So I'm excited to see what's going on here. I think they just stocked it with 600 pounds of trout. See if they're still here, because since it's in the middle of town, I'm guessing this is heavily fished. There it is. We're looking at it right here. I don't know if it's open yet, because it's before 6:30, but I'm excited to see what's in here. I brought 2 lightweight rod options, one of which is my favorite cheap Okuma trout rod. I think it's the best option right now out there. You can buy it for like 39 bucks, I think, at Big 5, and it's a spinning combo rod and reel. So I'm going to show you a little bit more about that, and let's see if we can catch a fish with it. All right, guys, we made it to this Guasti Cucamonga Regional Park lake. Never fished here before, even though it's only 10 minutes away from my house. I usually like to fish in more wild areas where there's not a lot of city and urban and people, rivers and alpine lakes and such, but that's kind of why I figured this might not be my favorite place to fish. Although if we catch a fish, I'm going to be very happy. But it's just in the middle of neighborhoods and in the middle of the city here in Rancho Cucamonga, so not super inspiring, not the most beautiful place in the world, but let's see if we can catch some fish and see if I can show you guys my Okuma rods, and especially this Aveon, which I think is the best rod for the money for trout fishing right now. So let's get started. Okay, so we already have this set up on the rod, so let's see if this is a good thing to throw out there first. We have a little, looks like size 10 maybe, mosquito hook on this rod already with a 4-pound monofilament and a little split shot at the top, maybe 13 inches up. So let's see if this usually catches me a lot of trout in these local lakes and ponds. So we'll see what we throw out there. We have 3 power eggs on there from Power Bait, just to make sure this hook floats, and that'll be the first try, first cast of the day. Let's get this out here. I'm gonna let it kind of sink to the bottom. I have no idea how deep this place is. It doesn't look very deep. We'll see if there's anything down there. Now with this sort of setup and in this sort of little pond lake thing, you can just throw it and leave it. Little bait and wait. That's not my favorite way to fish. I like to be actively fishing. So I'm kind of doing a slow retrieve on this thing, letting it float and bringing it back slowly. And we caught our first thing of the day, which is unusual to catch anything on this sort of little setup, because these power eggs are usually kind of hiding the hook so that it doesn't snag anything. Alright, so I am gonna throw this out there and let it sit while I prepare my other rod. Let's see. Now let's get my other rod ready. All right, let's tie on this lure and talk a little bit about what we're doing out here. What is this new rod? Why do I like it? What have I caught on it? And why is it only $39? Here it is, the Okuma Aveon. This thing is 6 feet long. It's a ultra lightweight, fast action rod. It'll hold anything from 1/8 to 3/4 ounce lure or bait. At least that's what's recommended. I've put heavier stuff on there. And yeah, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I love the cork. And the reel is the Aveon as well. Like I said, this is a spinning combo, spin reel combo. So the rod comes with the reel, and I bought this at Big 5 for I think $39. But this thing is, I've caught so much fish with this, and I love it because it's so lightweight. The reel is pretty small. It holds about 180 yards of my 4-pound test, and I can travel with it. I can put this in a backpack. It's, like I said, super lightweight, and the 6-foot range, which is still good enough to get some good casts out there in some of these local ponds and for little streams and rivers. So this is one of my favorite, definitely my favorite affordable option, and it doesn't feel affordable either when you're using it, when you're casting it. Let's see, let's give it a good little cast out there. Look at that, that is pretty smooth. There's no noise, there's very little backlash of anything. I like the small footprint, it's smooth, casts well. I don't know, I think you'd be very hard to beat this rod and this reel combo for the price right now for an awesome quality trout setup. I caught some really nice rainbows off of this thing. When I went up to Big Bear, I can link that video down below. We caught like 12 beautiful fish with this thing. So yeah, if you guys are out there looking for an affordable option for trout fishing, or you want something smaller, lightweight, and if you're going on a trip or something that you're not going to potentially ruin one of your favorite rods, this is a fantastic grab. Looks like we got a real bad snag here with this golden spoon. And that was only a single hook, not a trouble, it's still grabbed. This is usually the trick, by the way, you guys, if you ever get snagged with a lure, just snap the line right here while you're holding tension on it. Usually gets it off immediately. This one is clearly not going anywhere, so we're gonna have to cut that line, unfortunately. And there it goes. All right, we've been here for about an hour and nothing in this little spot, so we're gonna move on. We're not gonna just spend all our time hoping and trying in this little cove. There's a lot more water to cover. So let's reel in and keep it moving. Alright, here to do a little quick test of this Aveon Okuma spinning rod combo. I want to cast out this golden lure type. It is a little heavy, so it'll probably cast farther here than you might normally expect on some of your stuff, but just want you guys to see how easy it is to cast it out. Here we go. Look, that was all of my string actually. Just did all the string way out there. Granted, I didn't have that much string on here, probably only 80 yards, but it went out real easy. The action. Real nice, smooth. Alright, it looks like we have struck out on this side of the lake. There is nothing biting. I've thrown out some spinners, thrown out some jerk baits, some of this power egg combo, which is usually my favorite, and haven't had any action. So we're going to go down to the other end of the lake where the sun is not in our face and see how they're doing down there. All right, while we have the Okuma Aveon out there with some power rigs. I'm just gonna have it sit and wait a little bit, see if we get any action. I'm gonna start throwing out and casting out this spinner, which is my favorite rod of all time, is the Okuma Guide Select Pro. This is a 7'6" pole, ultra lightweight, nice cork action all the way through. I've paired it with the a Fluger with a really nice cork reel. This whole setup is a lot more expensive than the other one. I want to say you're in somewhere around $300 or $400 for this setup, if I remember correctly. But we're gonna throw out this spinner and see if we can catch anything and do some active fishing while the power eggs are sitting there. Try throwing on the Colorado Golden Spoon from Thomas Lures. This was my favorite lure of the year 2023. I'll probably do a video about it this year. And it's usually my river lure, to be honest with you. When I go up in Montana, I throw this all the time up in Montana in the rivers. But when nothing's biting out here, even in still water, I will give it a go. So let's see what happens. This is the Colorado Golden Spoon. It's like gold and silver. It's two-tone, sort of, 1/6 ounce. Definitely one of my top lures ever, and for sure the top lure of 2023 for me, especially during the Montana-Wyoming trip. Let's get it out there. I usually will fish this with a nice steady retrieve. Not too fast, not too slow. I've never been to this lake. I don't know how deep it is. I don't really want to get this one snagged. So we're gonna start off a little bit faster than normal. All right, let's go again. Since I wasn't able to show you any action on the lake today, I'm gonna cut to the previous video where the Okuma Aveon caught some real beauties. Enjoy. Well, that was a failed attempt. We got skunked. 0 fish, 0 bites, 0 hookups, no action whatsoever. Will we ever come back to this Cucamonga Guasti Lake? I don't know. This is the first time I come to fish, and I've lived here for 12 years. Got nothing, so there's a good chance I'm not interested in coming back. Plus, it's in the middle of the neighborhoods in the city, which is not my favorite thing. I'd rather be out in the wilderness. So I don't know. Not a great first experience. Weather was okay. Sun was nice, but nothing. In fact, I didn't see a single person catch a single thing for the last, what time is it? It's noon right now. I got here at 7:30. So that's a lot of time to fish and not see anybody catch anything. And there's a lot of people out there. There's at least 100 fishermen out there. So I don't know about this place. Maybe we'll give it another go sometime with the kids, because there's a park and other things to do here, playground. But not my favorite. Nothing worked. Tried everything. Even tried flies on a bobber. Tried plastic worms. Tried my power bait. We did a bunch of spinners, a bunch of spoons, and panther martins, and everything. So threw everything at it. Came back with nothing, even though they supposedly just stocked that lake 3 days ago with 600 pounds of trout. That's not a lot, and they probably all got fished out the next morning. But anyways, it was fun to be out. I always love to get out in the morning and be by myself on the water. But heading home and gonna go do some fun family activities with the kids and go play some pickleball with the wife or something. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.